Hello, brothers, sisters, and family. I want to talk about the faith and patience of a farmer. I believe many of you watching are farmers. Maybe your parents were farmers, or your friends, or you have friends or family that are farmers. People who plant and harvest. You know, my parents are farmers, and a few times I've worked and assisted them in their farm. I remember planting corn, beans, seeds as a child, when I was a child. Now, you can't plant a seed without faith. The reason farmers plant seeds is because they believe that it will germinate, grow, and bear fruit. If a farmer doesn't believe that when a seed is planted, it will germinate, grow, and bear fruit, the farmer will not plant the seed. What do you think makes a farmer to dig the ground, put some seeds in it, cover it, and expect to see the seeds germinate, grow, and bear fruit in days and weeks, in months, or in years to come? It's faith. A farmer who has doubt or double-mindedness will never plant a seed. As a farmer, after a farmer have planted the seeds with the belief that the seeds will grow and bear fruits, the farmer will patiently wait for it to germinate and grow, because a seed does not germinate, grow, and start bearing fruit overnight. It takes time, and it could be days, weeks, months, or even years. Planting a seed so that it may germinate, grow, and bear fruit requires faith and patience. Without faith, you can't plant a seed. And without patience, you will get frustrated and go dig it out after planting. I remember as a child, after planting corn seeds and they didn't germinate when I expected, I go dig them out, but only to discover that they were just starting to take roots in the ground, but the error had already been made. After a farmer have planted the seed, the farmer doesn't go daily to his farm and sit there to see if it will grow or not. He just believes in his heart that it will grow. And even when the farmer go to where he planted the seeds, it's just for the purpose of watering it and clearing out weeds. There are times when the farmer will experience losses. There are times whereby what he planted will not germinate, grow. There are some times whereby there are some animals, farm animals, that will go and dig out the seeds. But that doesn't discourage the farmer. He keeps on planting. He keeps on expecting harvest. It could be said that it takes faith to plant a seed, and it takes patience to see it grow into a fruit-bearing tree. What am I trying to say? When God gives you a promise or calls you into ministry, I take it to be like a farmer that has just planted a seed. Just as a farmer plants a seed with faith, so also you are to receive the promise with faith and start the ministry with faith. I mean, just as a farmer plants a seed with the belief that it will germinate, grow, and bear fruit, so also you are to receive the word of God. You are to receive the promise with the belief that it will come to pass. And you are to start the ministry with the belief that it will prosper and bless lives. Another very important thing is you must be patient, because if you are not patient, you will doubt the promise and abandon your ministry. Just as I dug out the seeds I planted when I was a child because they didn't grow when I expected. When David was anointed king, he didn't ascend the throne immediately. When Joseph dreamed, the dream didn't fulfill immediately. When God promised to make Abraham a father of many nations, Sarah did not give birth to a child immediately. It took time. When farmers go to the farm, The encounter weeds. Sometimes I will see my dad clearing. Sometimes I will see him hire some people to clear, to help him clear. They're clearing out the weeds. When farmers go to the farm, they encounter weeds and they clear out the weeds because it can hinder the growth of the seed. They encounter other challenges too, but that doesn't make them to quit farming. Sometimes it's rain, sometimes it's flooding, and so many things happens. See, when God gives you a ministry or promise, expect weeds because they will certainly come. The weeds may be opposition or discouragement from people or things that are intended to either make you to doubt the promise or abandon your ministry. Think about Nehemiah in the Bible. Read the book of Nehemiah. You're going to love it. When God put it in his heart to rebuild the broken walls of Jerusalem, Sanballat and Tobiah stood against the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem. But Nehemiah did not quit. Instead, they went to God in prayers. At the end of the day, it was successful. The brothers of Joseph were against the dream of Joseph. Saul was against David ascending the throne. I believe in the period of waiting or in the process of doing what God has called you to do, not getting an immediate result or being faced with opposition, setbacks, disappointments, lack, and discouragement can make you to abandon it or doubt if it was God who truly called you to do it or not. Think about God calling you. Maybe God tells you, start doing videos on YouTube. First day, second day, no views. 1 month, 2 months, just 1 view. It's discouraging, right? It's discouraging, but keep on doing it. God calls you to write a book. First 6 months of publishing your book, the only people who bought your book are your family members. It's discouraging, right? So many things God calls us to do, and it's like, are you sure God really called me? So these are the things you will encounter. Even God gives you a word, your situation still says otherwise. Think about a farmer. We sometimes compare our ministry with that of others, forgetting that all seeds are not the same and so can't germinate, grow, and bear fruit at the same time. There are seeds that takes days or weeks to grow, while there are some seeds that takes months or years to grow. And they will have to go through different stages of growth. During these different stages, the farmer does not get frustrated or get angry, but patiently and consistently water the plant and clear out any seeds that may affect or hinder its growth. Just as the farmer is consistent, patiently waits, watering the seeds, clearing out the weeds, so also in the season of waiting, in the season whereby we're doing what God has called us to do, when we're faced with challenges, let's keep on praying, keep on praising God, keep on fasting, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep on singing, keep on doing what He has called you to do. Remain faithful, remain consistent. Even when your situation says otherwise, even when you're faced with mockery, challenges, keep on doing what God has called you to do. All seeds are not the same. If we can understand this truth, we won't be so hard on ourselves or be bothered by the success of others or give up or try to force things to work out quick or abandon what God has called us to do. Have you ever heard of the Chinese bamboo tree? If no, try do a research on it. God is saying that in this season, we His children are to be like farmers. We must have faith and be patient if we are to see the fulfillment of the promise or the prosperity and completion of the ministry that He has called us to do. Hold on to the promise and be faithful with the work God has called you to do, even if there is no immediate result or success as you expected. A baby does not start running in a day. No, it takes time. There will be a period of sitting, there will be a period of crawling, there will be a period of standing, few steps with lots of falling down, walking and running. Then the baby will start walking, then the baby will start running. I have a little niece, and she's learning to sit now, She's learning how to crawl. And time comes when she starts walking, start taking few steps. See, when a baby, the amount of, when a baby is learning how to walk, the baby falls many times, but that doesn't make the baby a failure. No, it doesn't. In this season, A farmer's kind of faith and patience is needed, because without faith, you cannot receive the promise or start the ministry. Neither can you see the fulfillment of the promise or see the prosperity and completion of the work without patience. So, brothers, sisters, and family, God is saying, have patience, have faith. With all that is going on, today, have faith and have patience. It is well. I pray this blesses you, and if it blesses you, do me a favor by sharing this with your loved ones. And if you have any comment, if you have any question, anything you want to say, just put it in the comment box. God bless you and have a wonderful day.